Have you ever gotten FOMO? Guilty. Hey guys, it's Jess from She's the Posh. Welcome back, and I have a fun little short tag video for you today. I make videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, so please remember to hit subscribe below and ring my bell so we can become best friends here on the internet. Okay guys, I have another fun tag video to do for you. I was tagged by Tiffany from LV Coffee Lover. I will have her video down below. I'm not quite sure who started this tag, but I think it's a fun one because it's basically explaining FOMO, right? So you had to pick an item from your luxury collection that you either have now or you no longer have that you bought because of FOMO, and why. Did it work out? Was it worth it? Let's discuss. So I thought of one bag in particular, and this is a bag, and I feel like you always should go with your instinct on things that you like, right? I'm someone that's not a plain Jane when it comes to handbags. I like handbags that excite me. If you have seen my collection video, you can see some of the bags behind me. I don't necessarily have the bags that everybody else has in their collection. I'm someone that just buys what she loves. I like color. I don't have that many black bags in my collection currently. I like what I like, and I love things that are different and unique. It is hard for me to get FOMO when it comes to items. I usually have to feel something. However, this is a bag that just got to me. I was seeing video after video of it. Let's say it was 2017, I think it was 2017, 2016. I felt like this bag was just being shoved down my throat, and I kept seeing it everywhere, and everyone loved it. And I did like that it came out in different leathers and stuff like that, and it used to come out in the canvas. So that was the Pochette Metis. That bag was everywhere, right? Like everybody was gushing over it. It was such an amazing bag. It's practical, blah, 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 this and that. Everybody was wearing it. It looked so cute when they were styling it. And to be honest, like I do have crossbody bags, but I'm not normally a crossbody person. And for me, that bag kind of looked like a briefcase. It kind of looked very business-like, not something I would normally be attracted to. So when I first saw it, I just thought it wasn't for me. I did start to see it when it came out into the different leathers, when it came out into a pink. It was a nice hot pink it came out with. There was some that had some fun piping on it. So I started to think about it even more, but those bags were over $2,000, and I just didn't know if I was sold on the style. So I decided, I just thought about it, and then it wasn't available, right? It was never available in stores, especially the canvas version. It was, I think I got this in 2019. Spoiler, it's no longer with me. I got the bag in 2019 because it was available on the website. So you had the FOMO of everybody loves it, right? And also it's hard to get. This is the first time like Louis Vuitton started to have problems with like getting canvas pieces. They weren't available in stores, and they weren't available online. And when you would look at the secondhand sites, they were putting them over retail, and it was currently retailing at the time that I bought, I believe around $1,700 or $1,800 at the time. It was rumored to be going up. This one, and there was going to be another price increase, all this stuff. So when I saw it available on the website, I just would check. I have like my favorites, and I was at the time looking to get my mini pochette that I have. I was just looking to get that. It was one of those items that they were having it hard to get. So I would always check on the website to see, if it had come in. So I had my favorites, and I did that, and I went through it, and the Pochette Metis was available, and it's never available. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So you have that. It's not available in stores. I should just go for it, right? I should see if I like this bag, do it in the canvas, because I kind of like the leather, but the leather is available. Like you could get the leather in store. So I went through this whole ordeal of all this stuff, and you went through the panic of not having this opportunity again, and I just needed to go for it. But yet, remember hearing all the stuff that with the older versions of the Pochette Metis, people were having problems with it. I remember seeing Shea Whitney open hers up with the crooked thing, and there was quality control issues. But I gave in to the FOMO, and I hit add to cart, send to me, blah, 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 without even thinking. Like it was just like $1,800, boom, gone without even thinking about it, because I was just like, oh, these are retailing over retail, I'll be able to sell it, all this stuff. But then you don't realize that most of the time when you're doing that as a resale site, they're not going to give you your money back. So then I got the bag, and I'll insert clips of me unboxing it. Right, so let's get to it. And then I also have, we're going to look this up, examine it thoroughly. So let me know if you see something that looks a little off. Okay, so we'll take that off. The magnetic box. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 bags in here, doing like similar to what they do in store, like giving you a little sample, because sometimes you're like, when I bought my other piece online, I didn't get anything special with that. You know, it was, I don't even think don't even think I had ribbon with it. So far so good. So here it is, guys. Why am I so nervous? Please don't be wonky. Like, just think it's gonna be wonky. Okay. So far, I see it. So I'm like examining everything on it. Let's see. Here it is, guys. What do we think? Let's examine this. And when I was unboxing it, I wasn't that excited. I don't know if you could tell from the video you just watched that I was just like not super excited about it. I just wasn't getting the feelings, the excitement of the item. And that doesn't make sense, right? To drop that kind of money, it doesn't make sense to not feel excitement. Parts of the bag, like the closure of the bag, it was kind of hard to close unless you had stuff in it. So that was kind of weird. I didn't really like it. For some reason, when I would try to close the bag, I would have trouble lining it up. I didn't like putting my things in it. I thought maybe I'd wear top handle, crossbody, all this stuff. I really tried, man. I wrapped a scarf around it to make it seem more hip, but the look of the bag just seemed too plain Jane to me, even though it was a canvas piece, like it is Louis Vuitton. It just seemed too plain Jane. It just seemed like everybody else had it. Kind of how I felt with like the Neverfull, but I ended up getting Neverfull. However, I have it in the leather version. I just didn't care for the canvas version. So maybe if I would gotten this bag in the leather, like the bright colored leather, it would be something more fun for me. Maybe that's still in the cards for me, but I just didn't like this. And even when I was looking at it, I was like, is something crooked? Like even the corners, one corner, I remember being upset because one corner was like round and the other one wasn't. I thought about sending this bag back. It wasn't really wrapped up very nicely, but I guess some people had said that Louis Vuitton, like I was concerned it might have been a return because Louis Vuitton, I guess, takes the plastic off. So there was some plastic on it, like that was covering the metal and some plastic not covering the metal. So I was just like, that's weird. Was this a return? And that's kind of the vibe I was getting from it, because why would some plastic be taken off and not all the plastic be taken off? But again, it's hit or miss with Louis Vuitton when it comes to those kind of things. I guess most of the time they take that stuff off before they send the items to you, which I think is stupid. Why do they do that? Like the protectants are there, and if I'm getting something shipped to me in the mail, it should be covered. So I was just kind of taken aback by that, but I didn't return the bag. I should have returned the bag when I didn't feel that lackluster, when I thought something might have been wrong with it. I remember taking pictures and showing Sam, Bargain Hunty Blonde. I was like, is there something wrong with it? Like I just had this mindset that something was wrong with it. And then you have the top part. I was just so afraid that I was gonna spill or stain that Vachetta leather. So I would tie things around it. It was just like a lot of maintenance for a bag I didn't really even like, to be honest with you. Basically, I was just trying too hard. It was similar to when I had the Speedy, which is what I always wanted to get as my first luxury bag, Louis Vuitton Speedy, because that just seemed like luxury to me. That just seemed like the bag to get for my first bag. And I just was trying so hard to make that bag work for me, and I just didn't. It's just not for me. It wasn't the bag that makes my heart sing. It was a bag that I thought I should have. And that's the kind of thing with the Fomo tag. I love like hearing this, like how we can give into this, because we can all give into this. That's what I love about this tag so much, because it is just so honest. I think we all have fallen into that one way or another. I mean, there's been things I've bought clothing wise, shoes wise, other things that I just gave in because the style was really popular and people were loving it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's for you. And that's why I always have to say, buy what makes your heart sing. I think sometimes we focus too much on the resale, or is this going to be valuable? Am I going to be selling this in a few years? And it's like, yeah, you kind of want to consider that. However, you should just buy what you love and not what others tell you to love, not worry about necessarily the investment side of it. Because if you use it and you love it, then most likely not going to be getting rid of it. That's how I see it, where you have something that you absolutely love and you use all the time. It makes you feel beautiful. It makes you feel amazing. Who cares what other people say about that particular piece? So yeah, I really love this tag. I'm going to be tagging some ladies down below. I would just love to hear your thoughts, and please share with me some FOMO things that everybody else loved, but you just didn't care for. And I think I want to do a video on this where I just talk about really hyped bags, really bags that were super hyped up, that everyone loved and was talking about, but I just didn't care for the look of it. I think I'm gonna do a video on that for you guys because I just find this so interesting because our styles, everything is different, and that's okay. It's a good thing to be different, guys. That is everything. And as always, I wanna thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye, guys.